วัสดีค่ะ welcome to Kontroversy, where you'll be hearing about news, view, and attitude from all over the world and all this strange stuff by us. Today we have Amy, Golf, and me. First story, it's happened to be from me. It's the alien held on sex charges.
Yay!
Yay!
An alien held on sex charges.
Yes, this guy, he said...
The foreigners?
Not aliens? No, not alien mean foreigners. This guy said that he's a self-claimed alien from star Sirius. His name is Konstantin Rudny, 43 years old. He's a Russian. The authorities try to capture him for 11 years now. Bring him to court, and he's been captured, arrested. This is the 4th time.
And he got away with it?
The first time in 1999, second time in 2004. 2004 he got he got, what's it called? He was bring to psychiatric institute, and then he got away. He just
so they claim that
he fled.
Mentally...
Yeah, he's mentally ill. 2008 he got captured, and now he got captured again. Why? Here is why. In 1989, probably almost, it's like 20-something years. In 1989, he formed a cult called Ashram Shambhala. That's the man in the middle. That's something I found in the Russian language. It just happened to have an English subtitle.
That's like alien man.
This cult right now have probably 15,000 followers. Most of the followers is citizens of Russia and Ukraine. And this
and they do aerobics as well.
Yeah, and it's spread over 3 countries. It's also in Denmark, in Ukraine, and Russia, of course. And for the past many years, he's been hiding somewhere else outside Russia.
So is he saying that he's some kind of god?
Oh, God.
He said he's an alien.
An alien, but not
come to save the people on the world. All these kids want to join the cult. They have to give up all their belongings, their apartment, their car, and they have to pay for the, let's say, tuition fees. And he will have 2 assistants, which they call teacher. Everyone will get 2 meals of vegetarian food per day, and 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and they will allow to go to the bathroom only when the teacher allows them to.
What's going on there?
I have no idea. They said there's a bunch of activities going on, but every single one of them will end up with either violence or orgy.
Oh man.
Okay, so basically this guy is a sex pervert.
Basically, this guy is having mental problems.
Yeah. I think that's an excuse to actually...
people actually, he's been captured so many times, but he never get convicted because his followers refuse to testify against him. But this time, it's different because there's like 16 years old, 4 of the underage girls missing, and parents notify the police. So they have a case for the missing an underage girl. And when they capture him at the time, with 38 followers, most of them were just like, oh, you're just on vacation. You're just in this apartment for leisure time or whatever.
So he has a headquarters, some sort of headquarters, or he keeps changing?
He's actually hiding. He's changing around where they capture him. Look at that. Where they capture him. He's hiding in the city called Novosibirsk.
The
Russian city.
It's a city somewhere in Russia.
Somewhere, yeah. Right. It's in an apartment. And they also found heroin in his pocket, so he's probably going to get charged for that. If he gets convicted, it will be 15 years in the charge of rape, sexual abuse, and human rights violation. And they said all these kids, when they first got in, I don't know how they get this information based on many Russian sources, and I watched that thing on YouTube. All these kids will get to drink like a welcome tea or something, which allegedly have some kind of
sedative,
the chemical that make you kind of obedient. That kind of thing.
It's probably drugs, man.
Yeah, but it makes you obedience and give up your belongings and want to join the cult.
What kind of drug makes you obedient?
I need one.
You mean like a sedative, basically? Just
something
makes you
like that. Just make you like do whatever he said. And and you have to pay to join the cult. If you cannot pay, you can pay with cars and all.
So
that
basically,
stuff.
this is another huge scam. This guy is just using
Right,
his position to
he's
abuse.
like the alien to save the humankind.
Does he look like an alien?
He just looked like a
looks
blonde hair
ugly.
guy. No, he's actually blonde hair. The footage you see is like with all those weird, it's like all fake stuff that he put on his face. When he do those religious cult
weird.
ceremony. But when they capture him, he's just a short blonde hair guy.
You know what? I think this cult is probably an excuse to, get together and have sex and do drugs
it's
and
always
stuff.
an
All these
excuse,
girls that have to have sex, I mean, not have to have sex. Yeah, well, they were forced to have sex. Have to be with him and another senior male member. So it's basically orgy under his control, under his.
But the thing is, like, the
order.
younger these girls start in these cults, the harder it is to get out of them. You hear those stories about the girls who join even
used to
younger,
it.
like 12, and they somehow look at him like a father figure or
Right.
some scary, dominant
that's
male
how
figure.
the cult work, right?
Yeah.
Do you find someone who would, have no direction or lost whatever
Lost
direction
sheep.
in life?
Yeah.
And then
them
they
in.
interview one of the kids that already come out of the cult, but he's in Russia, but I got that subtitle thing. He said this cult teach him to cut away all the family and friends, anyone that's not joining the cult. And he
And the
said,
cult becomes his family,
yeah,
right?
and he said,
that's how it works,
yeah,
right?
that's how it works. And he said, basically, father is shit, martyr is shit, and friend is something else. I was just like, huh?
What do you
Well,
mean?
they want to cut off,
But they
all the
don't give
people-
reason. Other cults will give reason why parents such a bad thing, they control you or whatever. But this didn't say anything. They just like, they're a bad person. Just cut them away and we are your family.
Well, but if they're under drugs, then the chances are, right?
They'll
It's
start
just-
thinking that.
exactly.
And like you said, they specifically pick people who have family issues, or maybe have previous substance abuse problems that are easier to get into the fold,
Exactly.
most of the members were 17 to 30.
There you go.
So
Quite young. Yeah.
Then still having
Lost soul.
a lost soul. Well, if you join that cult, you probably will lost something eventually.
Well, because
lost your mind.
If you didn't achieve anything in life, then
if you
that's
think that
probably
he's
what
an
you do.
alien and you're gonna let the alien lead your life, how the alien, if he really is an alien, how the alien will know anything about this world more than you do when you grow up in this world and you're born in this world. I'm talking about if he is really an alien.
And why would an alien come down and sexually abuse,
No, they don't call
a
it
whole
sexually
bunch of
abuse. It's a practice in the
Yeah,
cult.
that's what they say,
And
but
he's
it's
actually
not.
saving all this kid.
By having
sweet.
sex.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, I'm glad that
Oh, let's like the last time that he got convicted in 2004, and they said he's had mental problem and sent him to mental institute, and he got away, and he been away for 4 or 5 years. Let's hope this time.
He's
well,
put
he's not
away.
going to come to Thailand for sure, but let's hope they'll be able to put him away and be able to be able to detain him.
But he's
there
not going to be
forever.
the last, you keep hearing about
Yeah.
these cults ever since definitely the 60s and 70s.
But at least you
huge explosion of cults,
get rid
right?
of one at a time.
What?
Get rid of one at
Get
a
rid of
time.
them one at a
he
time,
have
yeah.
like 15,000 followers as of like 2 years ago.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like a branch all over Russia, and spread through Denmark and Ukraine.
How would people got into that? Like
You want to?
no, like it just doesn't make sense, right? Like
I know.
to have like 15,000 people
You just can't
following
believe
this
that many
idiot.
people are lost.
That doesn't even
Right.
give a
Yeah.
reason. Why do you have to like
I
have
would
sex
have a
with them?
problem if I can only go to the restroom only when the teacher allows me to. I would have
It's
problems.
like pee
You
my
would have
pants.
problems with all of it, though, because you'd have to stick to his rules,
And I mean, vegetarian 2
Yeah,
meals a day.
you
might
would
want to
ask
have, but-
question for everything, and he's gonna kick you out of the cult.
You know what I hate about
We're
these
like, I'm
cults
sorry.
as well? Is that they use these Hindu, Buddhist
He
names.
practiced yoga.
Yeah, bullshit like that, Just
Ashram Shambhala
Ashram Shambhala, exactly.
is the name of the cult.
And then people are like, oh, it's so mystical, and let's put some, space stories in there, and let's mix it all up. And people buy this stuff, It's just,
That's like putting somtam on pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Somtam pizza.
It's
Would you buy it? No,
it's interesting, but it tastes really weird.
If you said basil on pizza, we already have it here, I think. But the somtam on pizza, it might be coming up soon.
Did you guys see the girl on America's Top Model, by the way? That one of the later seasons, she had a shaved head, and she used to be part of a cult ever since she was a kid. And I swear that girl is still dealing with issues from living in a cult when she was younger.
Well, it's hard.
It's hard. It takes years to...
It changed you, right?
Well, if you grow up with something,
if
you grow up in something, it's a little difficult. Even sometimes
to break through.
Yeah, even sometimes you know it's not right. Something is wrong or whatever. But if you get used to things like that or behave like that, it's a little more difficult to break.
That's why they say, like the upbringing, nurture, and nature. Like the family backgrounds help a lot. I mean, not all the time, but
how you deal with the world when you're a little bit older. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, with that, we're gonna take a short break. We'll come back with more story, but probably not more with the alien or cult, or maybe. Stay tuned.